So I guess, holy moly, turn me down. Hello?
Yeah.
That's better.
Yeah, there we go.
That sounds normal.
There we go.
Okay.
Not that I know what's going on, but
We're really doing it, Harry.
yeah, yeah, wait.
We're really doing it.
Best show.
This, I'm really excited about it because this is something I've been wanting to do for a while. I called the whole thing White Lightning Stories because everybody's got a story. And I mean, I don't even know if I could say some people's stories are cooler than others. Like, everybody's got a story.
Yeah.
And where life has taken them, I mean, it's worth hearing,
Yeah.
you know?
Well, I mean, you have a story. Yeah.
Yeah. I know. So I guess welcome. But I'm in your space, so
Yeah. No,
well, welcome to me.
glad you're here.
So Wade, Blundell Metalworks.
Yep.
Where you build some of the coolest stuff. For instance, this, and like we were talking about earlier, I looked at it and like the parts on the head, like you just don't Google, hey, DXF file
That's right.
for this case combine. Like,
Yeah. Where do you get your parts from, they say? Or where do you get your files? That's probably my third most asked question. I used to explain to everybody, but I can't answer every comment. You don't. You draw them.
Yeah.
I gotta. You get on the computer and long days and start drawing.
yeah, you can move that closer if you want. It, like, so you don't gotta like lean over to it. But
Yeah, that
move
makes
it-
sense.
Move it around where you want. Yeah. So these, I've seen some of the coolest things ever built. Like, you're doing what I wanted to do when I wanted to get into welding. Like I said, you know, I got into it because of like Orange County Choppers
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Jesse James and Indian Larry, like all
Yeah.
those guys. They built the coolest stuff, fabricators,
Yep.
right? They weren't just welders. And then I move up to the promised land and
Yeah.
I'm welding 5 feet at a time, and I'm like, where did my dream go?
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're doing it. You're really doing it, and it's the coolest thing. But like, where did you start before this? Where was your craftsmanship start?
Oh boy, I was always drawing as a kid. Like any piece of paper, any pen, I'd be drawing, designing. I was always around heavy equipment, logging growing up. So I'd go out with my dad in the bush and build roads and kill trees and come home and draw what I saw. And my journals in school, the teachers were always on parent interview day. You got to see what your son drew. They're like, yeah, we know. I was like, does that even exist? And I grew up flying airplanes with my dad, so I was always drawing airplanes and landing on alpine and snow, and they never believed half the things I drew. But I played a lot of Lego. I still got lots of Lego. So I always had a creative mind, and I've always liked designing and building. And I found metal. I was never good at wood. I could chop trees down. I could never put them back up. But when it came to wood, you got to measure twice, cut once.
Yeah.
Metal, no, it's more forgiving. To me, sometimes I can be a hack and cut corners, but I'm always learning and improving. I'm always telling people that. And so I guess I started being creative when I was younger and just trying different things. I modified all my Tonkas and Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know, like, yeah. So
then was that like you're kind of like, I want to be a welder, Papa? Like, that's where you got into it? And
no, yeah. After high school, I went logging. Like, it was a good paying job, and most of my buddies went to school or they moved to Alberta, and I was living in Salmon Arm at the time, and I went logging because I guess it was a background from being a younger kid growing up on the coast. My family was always in the logging industry, so I figured out why not. And during breakup, you'd have a month off. I was a young buck fixing everything,
Yeah.
and there was a few cracks here and there on the skidders I was driving and wrecking, and like any logger would understand, they're hard on equipment.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it immediately. I guess in high school, there was a welding course and a machinist course and mechanics, and that was fun. I didn't think that you could get creative with welding, like taking two pieces of metal and twisting it and bending it and making something out of it.
Yeah.
I never looked at it. I always saw math with it, and I was never good at math at all until I started reading a tape measure, a micrometer, a caliper, and fractions just popped one day in my brain. It just like opened up. And once further down the line, I got into running a CNC machine and doing G-code. Back before you could have a program to draw your drawing, I drew everything in G-code. So I still will wake up at night and have programming. I don't know, maybe it's my... I don't want to say it on
That's
air
fine.
here, but I can see numbers, and it's weird, and it just something popped in my brain, and now I put it to creativity. And so back to logging, when I was running equipment, breakup would come, and I'd be out there building and fixing, and I really enjoyed it. It was fun. At that time, even still, I mean, I was 20, 21 years old. I had no idea I could turn this into a creativity thing.
Yeah.
Then I started building some bumpers for my quads, and then it just took off from there. I still continued logging for 8 years, and I quit after that because I didn't want to be. I looked around at the crew, and they're all old 50, 60-year-old guys, pissed off at the world,
Yeah.
not doing anything with their life.
Love their job.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm like, I'm not going to be this guy. I don't
Yeah.
want to. I don't want to do that. I it could be my ADD. I get bored quick.
Yeah.
So I wanted something different, and I guess it turned into quitting, and the oil fields are picking up big time, and a company moved from Fort St. John down to Salmon Arm and started a manufacturing company, and they brought in a CNC plasma table. I never even seen one before, and they were around, but not like they are nowadays.
Yeah. You got two.
I got two. Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like a 3D printer, right? Like, whoa, everyone wanted one. These guys, I got 10 of them in their garage.
There's 9-year-olds that have their own. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the cool thing. And the creativity out of that is pretty wild. But yeah, I applied at this job, no welding experience other than logging welding experience, which I thought I knew how to weld.
Yeah.
Not a clue.
It's funny how that works.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. You want to keep the loggers and farmers out of welding shops.
Yeah,
Like-
absolutely. I mean, they're great at fixing stuff, but
They getting it patched up. Absolutely. And that's what I did. And I thought I was a welder.
yeah.
The thing is, I didn't know what I wanted to be even then. I wanted to be a welder. No, you don't want to be a welder. I was told by a guy, you want to be a fabricator. Like, you're creative. I'm like, I am? They're like, yeah, you are. I'm like, I never knew it, never seen it, didn't understand that, right?
Yeah.
I had no idea until they fired the guy that was running the plasma table. They said, you're on it. I was like, what? So I went home, and all weekend I learned how to G-code.
Yeah.
Never knew it, never seen it. I got a key for the shop. They trusted me there, and I would go back and forth home on my computer until I realized I could bring my computer to work and work right beside the machine. And I was there for hours not getting paid just to figure this. I was just so dedicated to learn.
Yeah.
I was just young and wanted to learn how to make this thing work.
You had that thing that we talked about. What's it called? Ethics.
Ethics.
Work ethic.
What?
Where you didn't want to stay in the same spot forever.
Yeah, exactly. And there was ladders to climb. Like they kept finding the foreman and the supervisor, and I was like, these guys know nothing. I know nothing, and I'm not going to school to become a welder. I don't have time. I didn't.
Yeah.
And so the first thing I cut was a set of brass knuckles. Most, not brass, they were metal.
Yeah.
Most guys cut out dinks, literally. Big old
Fair.
penises. I don't know why. I'm gonna bleep that out, but I didn't. And I cut out 2 brass knuckles. 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 2 brass And then I'd cut out a side profile of a tow truck because my father-in-law at the time owned a towing company in Salmon Arm. And I drew it all in G code, which is thousands of numbers and dots. And my brain was,
Yeah.
man, that's hard in your brain. Until they brought in the engineer and said, dude, there's a program called AutoCAD. You're going to love this.
So you're basically like drawing it with like light bright.
Yeah.
You're just like a point here,
Yeah.
a point here,
Yeah.
a point here, a point here.
Until I came to a circle. Oh, man.
You're etch a sketch. You're like,
Yeah.
oh,
You
no.
had to figure out the G code for our circles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trial and error. And I figured it out. And and 6 months later, I was the foreman of Journeyman Welders. And then the company closed their doors because the oil fields boomed and were bombed.
Ebbs and flows, yeah.
Yeah. And
So-
go ahead.
So then you're in the oil field from logging,
Mhm.
the forestry industry. At what point do you look at something like this and you're like, yeah, I can.
So when I first made that tow truck, I started making other little things. And I'm like, this is way more cooler than cutting out fish plates and flat 3/4 inch plates with one hole in it and beveling it. And I thought,
Dead roll teardrops.
that's exactly what they were. Hundreds of them.
Yeah. Thousands.
Yes. And I bought my own table. And that's when it just, my mind opened up to, it was endless. I started building bumpers. Everybody became my buddy that had a 4-wheel drive or a Jeep or a Land Cruiser or a truck. Lift kits, bumpers, buckets for excavators. And I started my company there in Salmon Arm, and it got to the point where I needed to hire people. Mm. I lost that creativity. I lost the passion. I lost, you start chasing paychecks and people for,
It became work.
Became work.
Yeah, it became
And
work.
I thought, all right, I'm not going to be a dying artist. I got 4 kids to feed and a wife. And then I closed shop, moved to Grand Prairie, and started working for a company running a great big robotic beam line, and made that robot do things it was not meant to do.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the coolest things. Again, took from manufacturing to creativity. And after 6 years there, I said enough's enough. I want to do more. I know there's more out there. The biggest risk in life is never taking one. And I came home one day and I told my wife I quit work. She's like, "You're kidding." I was like, "Yeah." She's like, "And what are you going to do?" I'm like, "I don't know."
Well, I haven't really thought that far ahead, I guess.
I didn't. And I guess that a mind like this doesn't really think that. I rented a shop and I already had some welding tools and didn't have plasma tables yet. And thought, what can I do? What do I know? What I never had in mind building models or toys. Call them toys, call them models. Now, sorry, I got back to the story up. In Salmon Arm, a couple years before this, I had built a few trucks, a few logging trucks.
Yeah.
And I had a friend
Like the
that
models.
Models. Sorry,
Okay.
yes, models. And man, were they ugly. I still have the first dozer I ever made. It's a Cat 527 forwarder, and it's in the front room. I could have sold that thing 1,000 times, but I'll never sell it. I will make a better one because I'm always making better ones. But anyways, I had a friend that lived here and said, "Get up to Grand Prairie and start making these models. You'd make money on that." I'm like, "Yeah, right." I just never believed it.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to advertise? How am I going to... I got a family to feed. I got to go to work.
Yeah.
So working here in the oil fields, I did quit. Got out on my own. And reality is, there's no such thing as just build a bunch of models and somehow try to advertise them and throw them on the internet. And I didn't know anything about Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That wasn't my thing. I had an order come through, a guy that I used to know through a company I worked with here. And he's seen I had a model. He's seen it. And it was a side boom, which are everywhere in
Yeah.
Grand Prairie. And he said, how much? And I gave him a number, and I'm like, oh, he's not going to go for it. He's like, what? I was like, oh, sorry. He's like, why are you apologizing? It should be 3 times that price. I was like, what?
Is it too late?
He says, build me one of them. I'll buy it. And up the prices. I was like, you're kidding? He's like, you want to make money or not? And I quite like this guy. He's everything he touches turns to gold because he's a businessman and he works hard and makes money. It's not about money. I know that, but hey, if you're here 14 hours a day, you better make some money. You got some kids
Yeah.
and family and life that, you got to support yourself.
Yeah.
But the first order he ever ordered, this is the only time I'm going to talk money, was $27,000. And he wrote me a check and he said, get on this. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And that clicked. Like, you go ahead.
So that's your first order.
Yeah.
Doing these.
Yeah. And and that was 8 years ago. And I thought, there's no way I can do this. And everyone's like, and my friend who convinced me to move here and make models, he says, told you. I was like, I still doubted myself.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like I said, the biggest risk in life is never taking one. And I'm like, oh. So I slowly started 8 years ago making more. It wasn't a money maker. I had some welders, employees in here doing railings and other things, but I still wanted that creativity. It's always there. It's build that. My mind's always racing.
Yeah.
Build this. You want to build that. You want to, get creative and turn this metal into something. And after all, the 4,000th railing I made, and after COVID, I changed my ways in the business. I had great employees working for me. I had to change some personal things, and I did. And I locked my front door of my business, which was the most backward thing you can do. And at this time, I already had a plasma table, and I started making models. And I threw a few online on Instagram. Instagram, I think I had around 1,000 followers. Now, it's just exploded with this.
Yeah. Yeah. I honestly, like, you post, and I feel like you have so much on the go that you don't even have enough time in between posts, even though you're posting like multiple times a day. It seems like you don't even have enough time to post like updates on this project, because it's like you're hammering this one through, and now you're onto this one, and now you're onto this one, and like, you went from what seems like, I don't know if I can actually make a run at this, to I feel like it'd be hard to walk away from this.
Yep.
You've got enough work for.
Yep.
Yeah.
I post something and I'll sell one that night or the next day, the same one but a little bit different.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. It sounds kind of stupid. Sometimes I don't post things knowing I'm going to sell it because I don't want to make that one again.
Yeah.
How does that sound?
I mean, you're one guy.
I know, and that's the second biggest question. How do you build them so fast?
Yeah.
Well, I'm here at 4 a.m. I'm home at 7 p.m. still.
Yeah.
Is it because I have to be? No, it's because I love it.
Yeah.
I love this, and I can say it now. You can see it. You got a passion. You got to love. If you don't love what you do, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And maybe I just I got luck. I don't know. I fell into something I enjoyed. Got the following behind me on social media, and this all goes out to my customers. They're the reason why we're here talking. They're the reason why, like, I can keep doing this. The lights are on. Buy more tools. Get better. Learn. They're the reason why I'm doing this.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I still can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah. For a living.
So you talk about you love what you do, and I mean, I could get on board with that. It's when you find that passion, for what you're doing. I mean, you've got to take the chance, and you've got to find out what that passion is, and you have to take the chance. It's not going to just land in your lap.
No.
Very rarely does it.
Yeah.
And I'm a welder by trade. I've done multiple different things in the oil field, and I've enjoyed some of them, but I always knew that cameras was where I wanted to be.
Right.
Right. And if you don't give these things, like if there's something you love to do and you don't give it the chance,
Yep.
you'll never know.
Right.
You'll never know. If you didn't take a chance on building even the logging truck.
Yep.
Or that dozer.
Yep.
If you didn't, you'd never know.
Yeah.
And you never would have got that first order, and you never would have dug deeper into what it is.
I thought I was wasting my time. I mean, back then we had 4 kids under the age of 4, oopsie twins, and here I am telling my wife I'm going to be home like at 9. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, I didn't tell her what I was building. I was building models. I was like, I'm not going home. And I'm like, what a waste of time. Oh my goodness, I'm not making money doing this. Never gonna work.
But it doesn't have to. Like, you enjoyed it, and then that shows in your work, right? You love doing it. If you hated doing it, I doubt. I mean, there's things you don't want to build. Like,
yeah.
So you don't show anybody because you don't want to do it again. So if you hated to do everything, you wouldn't see it. You wouldn't do it.
That's right.
So, I mean, you're obviously a good welder. You can go where you want to go and weld.
Yep.
It's always there.
Yep.
That hasn't changed.
Yep.
Welding hasn't changed.
Yep.
So you got to truly love what you do. And like we had spoke about, like being able to show our kids that they can do it for themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Like my daughters and son, well, 3 of the 4 come here and tinker and weld and do things. And my one daughter does work for me for 6 months a year. And a lot of I get a lot of questions. They're always young guys that they'll DM me, and they're big, long conversations, and you can tell right away that they're young and they're in school, and how do you do this? How do you build that? Where do you start? They always ask, where do you start? How do you make this? How do you make that? I can't explain in a paragraph how to do this. I do my best. There's no cheat codes.
At least in any way that anybody can understand.
Exactly.
Like we talked about the secret sauce. It's like, I could tell you, but you'll be like, oh, that doesn't make sense.
Yep. So like with my daughter working here, I can only teach her so much. I can only show her so much. She has to learn. She has to figure it out. And she does. I think she's super. All my children are children. They sound like kids. They're not kids. They're teenagers, but they're super creative. I think they get that from their mom. And so that you can't be taught.
Yeah.
You're born with that.
Yeah.
Learning tools the safe way and learning how to run equipment, you can teach.
Yeah.
Teach anyone how to turn a welder on and weld.
Work ethic.
You're born with that, and you're taught that. I was forced to learn that.
It's something that you need to want to. If you're not going to buy into it, you're never going to have it. And another thing that we talked about was, you don't need tickets.
Yep.
To get a job.
No.
You just want to work.
That's right.
You have to want to work.
Exactly. Yeah.
And that's the problem with like businesses like mine and yours, and why we continue to do it by ourselves.
Yep.
Is because you can't teach how to be you.
No, that's right. I have a stack of resumes, and I don't know, a couple times a month I get guys coming in here out of the oil fields, younger than me. I'm 46, and some of them are half my age, and they're all ticketed up and red sealed and CWB this and that. I don't want that. Not that I don't want the experience, and I don't need that. I need someone with creativity
and a super short attention span.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Or I need the old guy that's run a dozer for years and just wants a retirement job and just tinker and have fun. So it's, I truly don't know what I need, but I don't need, it's not downing anyone with, shooting down anyone that has experience in welding and fabricating. Sometimes it brings bad habits, or they need all these jigs to set something up, and then they start welding. That drives me nuts. If you can't weld that flat and straight and level on a dirt floor or in a mud puddle, well, that's who I need.
Yeah, you like almost problem solvers.
Yeah. Yes.
Because everything's a problem.
Yeah. You put that together with no instructions.
Yeah. Weld it like it's like everything's a problem.
Yep.
Put it together like it's a problem.
Yeah.
And it needs to be solved. Like
I said, you've come up with all of this. You drew everything, every single cut. You drew it. It's not like there's a DXF's R Us online and it's got every brand new model to everything else, right? Yeah.
It's incredible what you've done, and like there's got to be struggles along the way.
Yep.
By doing it just by yourself.
Yep.
It probably gets quiet.
Yep. Yep. There's over 250 parts in that, and not all of them are cut on this plasma table. But can I do a shout out to Fast Cut CNC? I got 2 of their tables.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a CNC table, they're a great machine, great company to deal with. They're out of Kamloops, so local Canadian, awesome. Anyways,
shout out Fast Cut.
You bet. Yeah, thanks, Russ. So yeah, over 250 parts, which average, I don't know, I've had models that have over 1,000 parts, and not all of them are cut on the plasma table. You still have all the parts in between. You got the old grinder out, you're burning your fingers, and you're trying to make those parts connect.
Yeah.
So there's no instructions. They're all in my head. And I don't know, people always ask, where do you get instructions? Where do you get the files? Where do you get the DXFs? You don't.
Yeah.
You got to sit down for hours and get drawing, get cutting, see if it works, see if it doesn't, and then save it as a new revised drawing and move on to the next.
Yeah. That and you know what? At some of the shops that I used to work at, that was something that it was almost a lost art. When there was a set of drawings and guys would come to you and say, this doesn't work. Well, what does?
Right.
If that doesn't work, you're smart enough to know it doesn't work.
Yep. Right.
What works?
Right.
Tell me what works.
Right. Problem solve.
And that's just like craftsmanship. That's tradesmen. Like that's what makes a good tradesman in my mind is a problem solver.
Yeah.
Not someone that is able to red line a drawing.
Yep.
Like what's on the other side of the red line.
Yep. That's right.
To send it back to engineering and say this doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, we dump whatever we can on engineering, but but you are so much valuable as a tradesman, as a craftsman, if you can come up and be like, yeah, you know what, this actually doesn't fit because of this. So if we got this fitting and this, we could probably make that happen. Is that within code? Those guys are gainfully employed to this day.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Where do you think the future of tradesmen and women is going?
I actually often think of that. I think of what are my kids going to be doing? Like, they're late teens, early 20s, and there's going to be a lack of trades in Canada. There already is. People, you could have a rush of throw 20,000 new kids into trade school, and they come out and they got all their tickets and they're all looking good and they all scored the big marks. If they don't have integrity and the will to work,
ethics.
That means ethics is the word.
Ethic. Yeah.
You got nothing. Work ethic. Yeah. You don't have to love it, but also don't just go get a job out of high school. Go get a career. I really still believe that a career in trades is smart. Absolutely. It's a ticket they can't take away from you. It's a learning experience. You can use it, make some money, get your life going, start your life, fall back on it if you don't want to use it. Keep up with your hours and all that fun stuff. But man, I don't want to get into AI, but is that going to change it? AI will never. I had a guy the other day chew me out. He wanted my drawings, and he's from Italy, and on TikTok. Anyways, he's not.
He chewed you out like this?
Oh yeah, just like that. Yeah. No. He was super sweet, super nice, and he's had his young kid that wants. I inspire. A lot of people say, "You inspire us. You inspire me. You inspire my kid. He wants to do this." I'm like, "Awesome, right on, cool." And I replied back, and I said, "Look, sorry, I do not sell my drawings. You know, if you got the computer, you can tell you the program. You just sit down, start drawing it." And they have a 3D printer, so I'm like, "Oh, even perfect."
Yeah, you know your way around that.
Bingo.
Yeah.
It's actually 3D printing is a lot harder than this drawing. He didn't like that. And he told me how AI is going to take my job and I'm a selfish want. And I'm like, what did I say? What? So AI will not be taking my job. Come on, get it. And if it does, I would love AI to show me how to do this faster.
You could get to building more and AI could get to drawing for you. Right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
If I could be Tony Stark and have a Jarvis in here and AI can take over.
How cool would that be?
I'd be
you already look like Tony Stark with all these cool toys laying around. Like,
I'd be building spaceships.
Right?
So
it's now what you do inspire, like I said, and the whole reason I became a welder was because of guys that are doing essentially the same thing as you.
The Jesse James thing.
You look at, you remember Orange County Choppers, how they would just hold up a piece of cardboard and then like fit it. It wasn't drawn.
No.
They would just fit it, and then they would cut that out, and then they'd beat the crap out of it until it fit.
I did that for years.
You know, like it's that inspired me to want to be a welder and to be a tradesman and to realize what being a craftsman actually was and the importance behind it and the history behind it and the future behind it. If AI takes over, it still needs electricity, and let's put a tinfoil hat on for a second. If power all went away tomorrow,
right.
I mean, tradesmen are the guys that are going to be able to build stuff.
Totally. That's right. Put it back. Yeah. So, the future with this, I think there will always be a future with crafts, trades and craftsmen. As long as there's people enjoying it and liking it and seeing the passion you have in it, you'll always make a career doing it.
Yeah.
You need that. I could shut off social media tomorrow, which sometimes I'd like to, and just build these. Yeah. But for who? For me? You know, like and put them on a shelf and just be like, you know,
look at them.
6,432.
Just like a crystal glass full of brown liquor.
There you go.
Big brown leather chair.
Yeah. Right.
Just cool lights and just look at the wall.
That's right. But I don't think that's what... I'm not doing this for the world, but I'm doing this for my customers, and I'm doing this for a lot of... I don't like calling them followers, but that's how it is in social media. I really do. I love the comments. I don't read them all anymore. I can't. I don't have time. But I do that and do this for that. So social media has helped. I think this will always... The crafts and the craftsmen and trades, it'll always be there. People want to see different. I think that's why I'm busy.
Yeah.
Or I have orders. It catches your eye. When you're doom scrolling, and this pops up, it's different.
Yeah.
It catches your eye. And that's... I only know this because I've been told this every day, all day, by people. Oh, your thing came across my page. I've never seen anything like it. I thought it was real. I was like, oh, really? I didn't think they looked that good.
There's also probably welders out there that weld all day long.
I have a lot of welder followers,
but they aren't allowed to build these things.
They're
in
not.
Their shop. Right.
I get that story all the time.
So it's like, can you build my welding truck?
Yeah, I have.
You know, like
that's the strangest thing. Building a welding truck for a welder.
My grandfather had this logging truck. Do you think you could build me one of those? I'd just love to have it up there. And, like memorial pieces.
Yep.
I'm sure. Like there's, I would say, unlimited. You got a computer screen. You got the computer screen and the joystick in there.
Well, there's a
holy cow
stereo on the roof. if you can look.
You know,
The steering wheel turns. Yeah.
I looked over and seen it again. Like there's the memorial pieces. There's so
Yep.
many different avenues
Urns.
of why someone wants this.
I made urns where you put ashes in them.
That's incredible as well. You know,
Yeah.
like, and you got outhouses.
Yeah.
You got outhouses.
Those are going to New Zealand.
That's awesome.
Like New Zealand. What is that? 8,000 kilometers away. Yeah.
So-
yeah.
So there, I don't think AI is coming for your job yet.
I don't know yet.
Not
No,
yet.
maybe
And-
the computer programming side of things, which if I was smart, I'd learn how to use it to build parts that are really hard to make.
And I mean, technically, like some of the programs do the math
Mhm.
already for you.
Mhm.
So
Right. And then that's
AI has been hired by you.
correct.
Yeah, it works for you.
Yeah. There you go. It's exactly.
It's not
I'm
your boss. It won't
I'm
be
not-
your boss.
I don't think so. And if it does, well, I'll go do something else. I don't know what that would be, but I don't think so.
Would you say pottery?
Yeah, pottery.
Glass blowing.
Glass blowing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Make some metal and stainless and brass and copper into pottery.
Stay tuned to Blundell glass blowing.
Yeah. I know there's a lot of people doing it, but I don't know. It looks pretty neat.
It all does.
That
It all-
Japanese pottery looks pretty wild.
Oh my gosh, those videos. And that's another thing. Your videos, you're doing something that you're really, really, really good at. I've said those guys that build the little like forts and stuff in the middle of the
Yeah,
woods,
yeah.
dig a hole in the
Love
side
that.
of a bush or under a tree root, and
Yeah.
and they build beds and
Survival craft.
yeah, all that stuff. Oh my gosh, I'll watch that till 2 a.m. But you're doing this.
Yeah.
You're so good at it. Everybody loves to watch that. I mean, there's gonna be. You probably can't keep up with the social media.
I at the point, no, I can't.
Yeah.
No, I can't. It's a little overwhelming, but I do enjoy it. It's kind of chaotic. If I don't have 40 messages to answer to, I'm kind of like, what? Where did everyone go?
What's the biggest, most impressive model you've had to build to date that you're just like,
I get
how
asked.
did I finish this?
Yeah. This case combine kicked my butt. I've got John Deere ones now to make.
Oh, boy.
X9s or 9Xs, whatever they call them. A couple big shovels. They're 160 pounds. They're big models.
That's like the ones where like
they scoop
bucket-
forward.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And they're like 2 million pounds in real life.
I think I seen it up in the front, and it was like
Yeah.
It was just
Yeah.
huge. Yeah.
I've built quite a few of those. I've got some more I got to make and send to Australia. That A10 Warthog was fun. I love airplanes. Okay, something we haven't talked about. I get asked by other strange creative people like me. They're like, what would you build if you could just build?
Yeah.
And it would be airplanes. I grew up flying airplanes with my dad, bush planes. I build airplanes and Star Wars stuff. There'd be ATSTs everywhere. And Star Destroyers.
Shout out to the nerds.
Yeah, there you go. The old Star Wars. I like that. I don't really enjoy Star Wars itself, but the hardest. I'm gonna say this out loud. I find farm equipment to be hard. It's not my thing. I've never farmed. I've welded on a lot of farming equipment and went, these things are always breaking because they're underbuilt. I'm used to fixing logging equipment. More metal, more gooder.
Yeah.
And so that and cars. Cars are hard. I got a Porsche 911 car coming up. That's going to be tough. A lot of round edges. Not edges. A lot of roundness. Yeah, cars are difficult. Motorcycles I find difficult to make. I made a snow. Okay, all right. Yeah, I'll quickly answer your question. I made a snowmobile. It was it a Yamaha? I forget. About a year ago. It was difficult. The track did not roll, of course. It was metal, so you can't. But the suspension worked, the steering worked. And it was about 12 inches long.
I think I remember that one.
That thing, my brain doesn't think that. I don't know. Oh, and I made a side-by-side, which was a 6-wheel drive, which was also hard. And I don't know why. And I didn't realize till I got into it going, I don't know where to start. And and that's not to start telling secrets here, but you start with your tires and wheels. You work yourself up to a frame. You get your height in the drawing.
Yeah.
And then you go your left, right, top, and front and rear side profiles. And if I can't see that in my head within the first 5 minutes of design without even drawing it, like I just literally close my eyes or stare at the wall, if I can't see that, I'm lost. So when it came to that snowmobile, I couldn't see it. And so I struggled to where to start. And then once I started going, I got a track base, I got a frame. There's not a lot of parts. Well, there's a lot of parts, but there's not a lot of parts in a snowmobile because they're lightweight. And so, yeah, the snowmobile was probably one of the most difficult. And I've could have sold 10 since. I said, nope, never again. There's one guy out there, and he's got the only one.
Okay, so then on that note of one snowmobile and that being the most difficult, where's the craziest place you've sent something? Are you allowed to say? I guess
Korean U.S. Navy or military base. I was in Korea. I guess that's not crazy.
You're kind of all over the world at this
All
point.
over the world. Europe is slowly getting more into Europe.
Yeah.
When I say slowly, I mean maybe one model every 2 months.
So you're in Europe, you're in Asia, you're in...
But yeah, Australia, New Zealand's big.
Have you hit most of the continents?
Yeah, I haven't sold anything in Africa, Southern Africa. A lot of inquiries. Just to ship a model, there's $2,000.
Yeah.
Just to ship it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Europe. Yeah, I've had a few in Russia actually. But mainly the States. Yeah, I got wicked customers, awesome people there, and good stories.
That's always cool. That is what sparks some of what someone wants.
Yeah,
is like the story behind it. Like, oh, when I was a kid, we used to. Yeah.
And or my dad owned this and he passed away, and it's like, it brings. I've had people phone me and like in tears saying thank you so much. This is exactly what it was. I've waited for years to find someone to make this. This is the bent railing, the tore off fender, or silly little things like that. You made it. It's out of metal. It's one of a kind. It's exactly what my dad or grandpa had. Thank you.
You really don't have a product line either. So
No.
It's not like, oh yeah, I'll just pull one of these off and modify it a bit. It's like you
start from scratch.
And
scratch built.
That's incredible.
Piece of plate.
So whoever's out there ordering, if you see this, just know that you're getting all of it.
Excuse me. And that's, I still struggle with this. I have people saying, you're an artist. Whoa. I'm like, oh, I'm not an artist.
1,000% you are. I'm sorry. I got to get on board with them, man. 100%.
I look at artists and I think, oh, that's the painters or they're sculptors or they're, and then they get the odd guy. Oh, but you're not an artist. You run a CNC and you cut all your parts out. No,
this is your sculpture, though.
There you go.
They cut their blocks of limestone.
Yeah,
sculptors do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man, but you're at the end of the day, this is art.
All right.
This is art. Music is art.
Yep. And they're using technology to make music. There you go.
Some way, somehow.
Yep. Yeah. So
you're reaching people in a way that they don't get reached a lot in their lives.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
So would you're not much for railings and gates.
No.
Would you is there a direction from this in the metal world? Is there like sculptures?
Yep.
Like you showed me one that your daughter was working on, things like that.
I've made some sculptures, some animals head sculptures.
Those are so cool to me.
And you know what? I cut them out on my plasma table, like 90% of the parts, and I put it together in a 3D look. And it has, to the untrained eye, you can't tell. But to the trained eye of fabricator or artist or metal sculpture person, you can tell that it was cut on a machine. There's never two of the same parts. They're always different.
Yeah.
So it's not copy paste. But I would like to do more of that, like do a big moose head or something,
Yeah.
like a full size.
Do you ever see that the buffalo in, is it the Battlefords? It's all barbed wire.
Oh,
The whole thing. It's like,
oh really?
I would say it's probably life size,
Wow.
and it's all
Barbed wire.
barbed wire.
Oh, that's a lot. Wow. Yeah,
It's
that
cool.
that would be difficult. There's a few, when I say local people in Alberta, metal artists, sculptures, and I talk to them, and they build some pretty wild things. I kind of want to stay in my lane.
That's fair.
I don't want to go. I can go do that, and no, I'm not going to do it right off the hop and be as good as them, because they are good. I got one person, it's a girl in mind. She's amazing at what she does. And actually, she's part of West Coast Choppers. Or anyways,
cool.
I can't talk too much about it. But anyways, yeah, she's amazing at what she does, and I could see my daughter doing that if I could push her into doing that and being her own boss and making pretty dang good money. It's not about the money; it's about freedom, about doing what you love.
In that same kind of breath where you say you want to stay in your lane, if someone were to ask you, "Hey, I want a moose head,"
Yep.
would you say no, or?
No, I'd build it.
Yeah, I know, and it's not.
I wouldn't advertise it. Maybe.
I don't think it's a disrespect thing. It's, you can do it. Just like there's certain videos that I can do,
Yeah.
but I'm not fully set up to do them.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
right,
like
right.
it's new to me. I haven't done a music video.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Could I do it? I could probably do a music video.
Let's do one in here.
Yeah, right.
I
With
can't
just sparks
sing.
flying in the back. We get AI to make a song and
Yeah.
sing it all, and you could just lip sync
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, like, there are things that I probably could do. There's photography that I probably could do. I might not be the best choice for it, right?
Right.
Just like and like those sculptors coming to this lane, right? Like they might be able to do it, but it won't be this.
Well, okay. One of them reached out to me and asked if I could make them a truck for an art project or an art sculpture that they were doing.
Yeah.
Because they didn't know how. So I was like,
That's
oh,
cool.
I felt so honored.
Those
Like,
collaborations are so cool to be able to do with other artists.
Yep.
Because when you're performing at this level,
Yep.
the
Yep.
people around you that are there,
Yep.
it's like few and far between.
Yeah.
So when you get a chance to geek out and collaborate like that, it's
That
so
was the
cool.
first time I felt like I was an artist. Honestly, when this person said, "Hey, could you build me this truck?" I was like, "What? Really?" It's like, "Yeah." So to collaborate, that was pretty cool. So I think we need more of that.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would use them. Maybe in something. You never know. I do have some pretty wild inquiries out some pretty wild things, and I've never said no other than this is the price.
Yeah.
Sorry, but
Yeah.
yeah, staying in my own lane. Yeah, sculptures. I would like to do like ocean, like not like not so much fish, but like hard things like octopuses and cuttlefish and weird.
I've seen a
creatures.
guy that does like glass, I think,
Okay.
of that stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, some of
Yeah.
it's so cool.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was like ceramic. He like molded it out of ceramics, or
Okay.
either way.
Yeah.
Like just being able to see that and make these angry looking things.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Yeah. Like I don't even know the names of these fish in the bottom of in the deep. Like the one with the big light in front of it.
the
and-
anglerfish.
There you go,
Yeah,
anglerfish.
yeah.
Yeah. Or a squid wrapped around a sperm whale out of metal.
Like the Kraken.
Yeah,
Taking
the
down a
Kraken.
ship.
So
Putting
I want
a
to
new thing. Yeah, take
now
down
you
a
got
ship.
my brain going. Dang darn it! I want to build a pirate ship out of metal and like 4 feet long. All the cannons hanging off it, and the sails, and the full back going up all the windows, and I'm
then-
seeing it in my head
And then
now.
break it in half.
Yeah, and then bust it in half and put the Kraken grabbing it. Who would buy that? I don't really. It's not about I have to build it so someone buys it.
Have you ever like gone on your social media and came up with one, or you had one of these ideas like in your pocket and you're like, would anybody buy this?
Never. Oh, I never
And just to
even thought
see
of
if
that.
someone's like, I'll take 2.
Shoot. Okay.
SeaWorld might
Look
buy
at you.
it.
There we go. Right. Yeah.
There's people out there. There's sailors out there that they make sailing their entire identity.
Yep.
That would maybe just like love pirate stuff.
Right.
Old pirate stuff.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I think, and it's really cool that you were talking about that pirate ship that way, because I know how your brain works now, because a lot of times when I get asked, hey, I need a video, I don't really know what we want to do though. And it's almost like I don't know if this is insensitive or not, but it's like a fever dream.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then we'll have lights over here.
Totally.
And smoke here. And
Yeah.
then this will come here. And then someone will walk in and they'll say this. And,
Yeah.
and the people are like, sounds amazing. I can't see it, but you got it.
Yep.
I'll take 2.
Yep. Yep. That's what they're paying you for.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
That's exactly it. And
That's a whole other topic in itself. It's like, you're not paying me because I have DXF files.
right.
It's like, because I could see this before it was even built.
Exactly.
I didn't see it on a screen. Like I seen it. You seen this before it was even started cutting.
And I've thought of that, but you just put it to words. I'm not really good at putting things to words because I can. What, you can't think? You can't see what I'm thinking?
Yeah, right.
I can. Exactly. You're not paying me for my DXF drawing. You're. There
Yeah.
you go. Putting that together.
Yeah.
That's.
And the DXF drawings,
And then
which you'll never get. You'll never get this.
you're not gonna get this. And yeah, I don't sell them, and I don't make drawings for people. I did that once, and it didn't turn out.
There's draftsmen out there.
Yeah, pay them.
That's all they do all day long.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you pay them $200 an hour, that's cheap. There you go. That's
Yeah.
all I'm gonna say.
I love it. I you know what? We run into each other a lot at our daughter's basketball games.
Yeah.
And talking with you is like, I'm sure we could end up in a full day long talk.
Oh, yeah,
about this stuff,
rabbit
because there's very few, like I said, when you're at that level, and I don't want to say I'm at any kind of level, but realistically I am. I
Yep.
get to do cool things.
Yep.
I take cool videos. But rarely do you get to talk to someone that sees things the way you see it. Where, like I say, you know, I seen this video before it was a video.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you've seen this before it was that
Yep.
at all.
Yeah.
And not because, like I said, not because you have a folder full of files.
No.
Like you've seen it.
Yep.
And it's like, even I'm sure halfway through, you're like, well, that's not what I seen.
Yep.
No, I got to fix something. Something's different.
Yes.
And you tear it all apart. And
Constantly changing.
Yeah.
I get asked a lot, how do you do this? And I'm like, well, you have to see the last part first. Work your way back, kind of like reverse engineer it to the first part. And they're like, what? I said, if you can't see that in your head, you're not going to be able to do this. They're like, whoa, I don't get it. I'm like, I would love to say that's not for you.
Yeah.
I wasn't born that way, but practice does make perfect. When I say practice, I mean 4 a.m. to 7 p.m. at night.
Yeah. Yeah.
You gotta do the grind.
That's the secret sauce we talked about.
Yeah.
It's like and failures I've found.
Yeah.
You
gotta
to,
fail.
You have to.
You know how many of those are in the garbage bin or the steel bin? Hundreds.
You have to fail at things, because how else do you find out it doesn't work? How else do you push the limit of what you can do
Mm-hmm.
and then blow past that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Has there been something where you're like, where you got to the limit and you're like, man, I think that's like the extent of what I can do, and then you sat back and you thought about it for 6 months, and you're like, but if I do it this way, I could end up way up over here with that.
Every day I build up one, they get better. I know it's not the same one over and over and over. Like, I don't think I'll build for the next year, I don't have a case combine on the order books, but I have
Yeah.
other ones. Yeah, not yet, but the next one will be better. Is that bad for the customer that bought this one? I have so many customers that have bought models from me years ago that love their very original,
Yeah.
and no one will ever have that one. The number one model I've probably built was a D8 dozer, cat dozer. Not one is the same, yet they're all the same.
Yeah. I look back on videos from when I started.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Just embarrassed.
someone paid for that?
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm like,
I know, but you
lights
learn.
everywhere and cameras everywhere. And I'm like, this isn't good.
5 years, it'd say the same.
Yeah. Exactly.
This podcast, you'll look back and go, well, I know we'll do another podcast. I
Yeah.
know we will. And we'll giggle at our first podcast,
Yeah.
and we'll have different answers, different questions.
And that's, I mean, it might not seem like a failure, but that's part of failing. That's the chance.
Yep.
If you don't take the chance,
Yep.
that's the biggest risk.
Yep.
Is not taking that risk.
Yep.
So if I didn't shoot this today,
Yep.
it would have never happened.
Nope. I know.
You know,
And
like,
we've been talking about it for a while.
like Wayne, or like Michael Scott once said, Wayne Gretzky once said, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah. Michael Scott.
So like,
Yeah.
I love it. I love what you do, man. And I love seeing your videos. You post all the time. And I think I'm going to put my business hat on and like talk to potential clients of mine.
Yep.
If you wait for amazing videos, when's the last video you would have posted?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're out there. I know I'm not saying what you post isn't amazing,
No, I know.
but you're posting something.
Yeah.
And you're being seen and you're showing maybe not the process, but that you're getting it done.
Yep.
Right. That
Yep.
you're getting something done, that you're here working, that you're here at 4 a.m. Like I was like, Wade posted at 3 a.m. You know, like you got to keep posting. You got to keep your story going. You got to keep following your own story.
That's right. Yeah.
And you have that stuff to look back on. I just did a video for a bunch of athletes,
Okay.
and I have 4.5 years of footage of them.
Yeah.
And I was able to send them off from their college career with a video from the first year that I have of them all the way to this year, which was 4 years of footage.
Right. Well, you and your daughter, when you're filming, my daughter's in the filming too.
We look at
Watching them
the
grow up.
championships that they won 3-4 years ago now.
Yeah.
And
that was you.
To the ones that we took in this last season.
I appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah,
and doing that.
I love doing that. I love telling stories. That's why I'm doing this.
Well, you're there all the time.
I think for businesses, they need to remember that their story is worth telling. And it doesn't have to cost $15,000 to tell their story.
No.
Meta glasses.
Yeah.
Turn them on. Look what I'm doing today. Look at this mess. Oh, this is just hilarious. This guy wants this thing.
Yeah.
Look at this thing. Well, see you tomorrow.
Yeah. And all that's coming. Everyone's asking, when's your YouTube coming? When's your this? When I want to see the process, how you make these. I'll show a lot of process, and I'll show what I do when I get up in the morning, come to work, and flash on the machines and get my day going and drink my 10th coffee and start designing and building and putting things together. It's not going to be an instruction course. It's not going to be a course at all.
No.
It's got some secrets, but
that's up to you to find out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I will have the YouTube. I will have the cameras. I am getting there. I got some deadlines and I'm catching up.
You're always going to have them.
Oh, shoot.
I can't see you slowing down anytime soon, man. This is incredible work that you do. And like I said, even as we're sitting here talking, I noticed that the GPS screen in there.
Yeah.
And the radio at the top. And if I lift that up where the exhaust is sticking out, is there an engine in there?
That one, I was going to make the back side open where the ladder is, and I didn't. Like I said, this one kicked my butt. And
the next one might.
The next one probably will. I do give options, which I never gave this guy Ross options on engine compartments and that. I kind of knew I was going to be biting off more than I could chew when he ordered this. But I made it better than what I expected it to be. Yeah. And that's why I'm so behind. I'm always building it better than what I was planning originally going to give them. Yeah. I'm always learning, improving. I want to. It's for me. It's for them. And yeah, it's. I did a video on this one, and I'm like, well, this is what you get. Could you imagine just running your business this way and saying to the customer, well, this is all you get, and you don't get upset. Ha ha ha. I'm not like that, but hey, this is how it turned out.
It would honestly be difficult to be upset with that.
Well, I've had one grumpy customer, but that's all right.
Must have been having a bad day.
I think so. I sent him a full new model, and he's bought models since. So I could have went about it the other way, but life's too short to be like that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I
then it's not fun
more.
anymore. How could you do this every day? Can you? That's your plan?
Yeah, I do.
This?
Podcast?
Yeah.
Maybe not podcast every
Would
day.
you like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to just hear everyone's story.
Yeah.
If I had a studio and could just talk to everybody every day, and just like have people roll in. I don't think even the biggest podcasts shoot every day.
No.
I would say like once a week.
Yeah. Sorry, I should have. That's what I meant.
I would like to do once a week and use the time in between on research.
Yep.
To learn about the person.
Yeah.
So that I can get the most out of them.
Yeah.
Not in a like
ask the question
expose way. Yeah.
No, I know.
Like
yeah.
The whole thing is I want to hear the stories. You know, there's someone that I've known forever or for many years that I just found out recently that they were like part of like movie sets and designing costumes and it's like, you don't do that now. And they're like, no. So it's like everybody has a story.
Yeah.
And you don't know it.
No.
Whether it's a good story or a bad story, it's a good story.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like negative sounding. I don't know how you'd want to word that, but
yeah, no, I know what you mean.
So I guess like to wrap up and bring this thing home, essentially it's like the secret to life from your perspective, from everything you've gone through, the starting out drawing, flying bush planes, to welding structural steel, to getting that table, quitting your job and walking up to your wife and being like,
yeah,
what would you have done? Like, like from everything from there to there, 4 kids, sports all the time, dad, business owner, fabricator. Like, what's the secret? What keeps you going? Why are you still building these? What makes you show up every single day?
Every day, I don't build one a day, but I can average one every 2.5 days. I want to see the end result, and I want to see it now. Like I said, I get bored quick. And that doesn't mean I'm cutting corners. It doesn't mean I'm rushing into a project and getting it out the door, and this is what you get. Pay up. No. What makes me get up in the morning? What fuels this engine? Oh man, I just love designing. I love building. I love taking something from scratch, a flat piece of steel, sheet steel, and other parts and pieces and different profiles, turning it into that. I've always been that way. I've always had this. The word passion kind of is artistic, not autistic, artistic. And turning that into something with your hands, creating it, designing it, and then making it better. So the next day I want to be better. The next day I want to be better. And even though it's a different project, it just has to be better. To a point, and it's new. I like new design. I like new creativity. That's what keeps me coming here. And yeah, I don't know. I love that you have your kids come in here and plunk away. Yeah, seeing them do that. It's kind of watching mini me. I want to. When I was, how old's my youngest? The twins are 17. When I was 17, I had no idea I'd be doing this.
Yeah.
When I was 27, I had no idea I'd be doing this. 37. When I was 37, I didn't know I'd be doing this. And now looking back, I could see them. I'm looking at them now in the shop, and I'm watching them put an undercarriage together.
Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, it's not a career they're going to go down, which is fine. But it's cool. It's neat to see.
I was 31, 32 when I went full time at this.
Yeah. Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
like I started out taking my vacation days and playing cameraman in the woods for some hunting TV shows.
Right.
So,
That's
so
right.
the same thing. Like there was a time when I was like, oh, I just want to own a Sony Alpha 7, you know, from that line. And now I've got 2 filming us, 1 in the case,
Yeah.
and a Sony FX3 sitting here filming me,
Mm-hmm.
and audio equipment.
Yeah.
I never thought I'd own audio equipment.
Right.
Lights.
Right.
So I get that.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. Like, we don't know what tomorrow holds.
Nope.
Being able to show our kids is probably one of the most rewarding
Mm-hmm.
things that
Mm-hmm.
we can do what we want
Mm-hmm.
if you want it bad enough.
Yep. I don't really look too far into the future, and I should with business and stuff. And I'm trying to mature here and be an adult. But
you're enjoying it along the way.
exactly. So I'm gonna be that old grandpa. I don't know how long I'll make it, but my great grandkids are gonna be like, my grandpa used to build these. That's what I want.
Yeah.
I've never said that out loud, but I've often thought of it. I want to be like, oh my God, look at my grandpa built. Look at these. These are called pictures.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
'cause
right?
40 years into the future, who knows what we're going to have.
Neuralink in your brain.
Right. Sitting in your cubicle, never leaving.
Yeah, there's a picture. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. Blink your eye.
It's no, it's cool. I love it. I love being able to show people new things, and you know, when my daughter wants me to show up to the games and take photos, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I guess I could do that. But inside, I'm like just screaming. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of my favorite things, being able to share what I can do with her.
Yeah.
And I love the thought of like your kids in here just doing their thing, learning a skill.
Mm.
I mean, there's a lot of skills they learn, but the troubleshooting and how to make something and see a finished product.
Yeah.
It's a lost art. It's a lost skill. People are missing it. Kids are missing it. Working with their hands. We need doctors. We need lawyers. We need police. We need nurses. We need it all.
Yeah.
But that doesn't, like, to be those professions and have something like this in your background.
Yep. Yeah.
Like,
Well, on that note, like when I was saying I wasn't good with math until I needed to learn, and I meant to finish off by saying I made it enjoyable by reading a tape measure and learning fractions the fun way.
I bought the tape measure that tells you what half of that number is. It's got a bunch of red marks on the bottom because I kept messing it up. So it'd be like 12 inches, and under it there'd be a red 6. And it's like, oh, okay, that's the middle.
And like learning metric and computing it, or calculating, what's the word? Converting it into a standard is easy. I can do that with any number. Almost.
Even though the metric system, let's be honest, if you learn things by 10, way easier.
We
don't need to do 12s and 32s.
I know. I still measure with inches and fractions, but the metric system makes way more sense.
It does.
It does. Just move the decimal.
We're just afraid of new things.
I know. Yeah.
So if you could say anything to anyone right now about chasing a passion, telling their story, what do you think that would be?
Don't wait for tomorrow. Like, do it. Go do it. If you think you can't, well, then you're probably right. Like I said, the biggest risk in life is never taking one. And feeling, I don't know, big weird phrases here. What's that one? The accept the challenges in life so you may feel the exhilaration of the victory. Go do it. Yeah, I'm only building toys and models, whoop-de-doo, and I'm dinky little shop. I love what I do. I have customers all over the world. They have cool stories. I get to be part of their life for a brief moment. Go do what you love. Yeah, there's still the odd Monday, but I really don't work.
Yeah.
I am here 14 hours a day, and I do have kids and a wife. But go do it.
Yeah.
Get out there, do it. Just and don't stop. Don't stop.
I love that. Any shout outs you want?
Oof.
Any thank yous?
My wife. She's my biggest cheerleader. She's my biggest fan. She doesn't watch all my videos. Well, I'm kind of glad because I've said a few things about her as jokes.
Well, now she's going to go back and watch them.
Yeah. She'll be looking now. She believed in me when I didn't. And she keeps telling me up my prices because she runs the books. And my bookkeeper also tells me that too. And my accountant tells me that too. And I'm getting there. And my father-in-law. Shout out to my father-in-law. He's a big reason why I'm here today. He never doubted me. And and my dad's no longer here, but he's the reason why I work my butt off. My brothers, I got 2 brothers, they can agree to that. They both work hard. And so
that's one of the many keys to success is the people you surround yourself with.
Totally. Yeah.
And the passion you have for what you want to do.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
This has been awesome.
Yeah, right on, man.
I appreciate it.
Thank
I appreciate it so much. I'm glad that we got this done.
Yeah.
Now, you want to go throw some sparks?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Cool.
No, you do your thing.